Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing? Crazy, Yumi, Nachan, Shad, Oddity, Yue, Kiriashika. Hopefully the sound is all good and balanced. Hope y'all had an okay week. You made it to Friday, so can't have been terrible, You are experiencing powerful EPs? Yeah, that's fair. The EP is the strongest sort of all. We've been fine, just hella warm. I feel that. It's been way too hot here. But, I mean, it's July in Texas, so what else do you expect here by now? I'm used to it. The EP too strong. It's pretty late in the US, so... And Canada. Summer's approaching. Summer's here. It's not approaching, it's already here. It is close enough to beat the shit out of you. Start with Toad, man. I'm used to it, but yeah, you shouldn't be. Canada should not be this warm. Usual for Texas, but Canadian land should not be. Hot it was in the 90s most of the week. Yep. It's in the 90s all week. Pretty high 90s. I don't think we cracked 100 this week, but we have been doing that pretty regularly this summer, so... Yay. But yeah. For those of you who have seen Mega Man 4 before, because I've streamed it a lot, and might be slightly confused, this is just a reskin. The only thing that's different about this from Vanilla Mega Man 4 is you play as Roll. That's it. Supposed to be high 90s, low 100s next week here, like all next week. Yeah, that's fair. Affected my energy too, and mood. Hence why I'm just doing a random game that I know very well at this point. It's your very first Mega Man, so you know it pretty well. It was mine too. I've said this a lot. It was my first Mega Man. My cousin gave me this on NES when I was like 3 years old. It was awful. But that turned me into the pro gamer you know and love today. Your mileage may vary on the second part. Toad to Pharaoh and then basically downhill from there. Yeah, that's the plan. Once you have Pharaoh Man's weapon, you're laughing. Oh, and Tango replaces Rush because yay, Tango. You're just casual on Mega Man? Very fair. A lot of people are. I played Mega Man so much my entire life, I'm pretty hardcore. Lamau. Toadman, the Robot Master's so silly he has 2 separate stun locks to prevent him from attacking. This is actually the slower of the two, I think, but it's less effort to do. You only beat your first Mega Man game this year? Yeah, you did pretty good at Mega Man X as well. I gotta say, for X1 being your first Mega Man game, you didn't do that bad at all. Yeah. The other way you stun lock him is when he starts to do his rain dance, you can charge shot him before it finishes, and he gets stunned out of it, and you can just stun lock him. Yes, Audie, I agree. X1 is a good-ass game. It's excellent. Ayumi played it earlier this year as her first Mega Man game she ever played, and she actually did 100% it, get the Hadouken and everything. It was very impressive. Very proud. When he tried X2 and it was Suffering City. X2 is rough. X2 and X3 are madness. Yeah. I did help her with a couple of the more obscure power-ups. Because I wanted her to actually see the Hadouken and how silly it was. Because it's a cool Easter egg. Yeah, that's right, Anna. I said I'm proud of you. Because I am. You did Hadouken the first phase of Sigma. A classic X1 rite of passage. X5 is a good game, Oddity, I would say. X6 isn't terrible. It's okay. X7, I would say, is like the only Mega Man game I would say is just bad. I would only say that about X7. X7's pretty trash. X6 is okay. It's not great, but, like, it's fine. X5 is a good game. It's not as good as X4, but it's still good. Only bad Mega Man to you in general? Yeah, pretty much. At least as far as, like, main core Mega Mans, I would say X7's the only bad one. 03 isn't super great, but it's fine. Alright, so we'll do a little trivia about Brightman. I've probably said this on stream before when I played Mega Man 4, but the way Brightman decides when to use his flash time stop is when his health hits 2 very specific increments. And usually, the Rain Flush makes him hit those health increments, but if you do 1 damage to him with your regular Buster Shot before you start Rain Flushing, then he never hits those health increments, and so he'll never use it. I was gonna say, what about Mega Man Soccer? Honestly, like, Mega Man Soccer is weird, but, like, it's a soccer video game, so it plays about like a soccer video game. it's weird. You look at this and you're like, why does this exist and why am I playing it? But, like, it plays like a soccer video game. It's okay. It's slow and not, you know, all that fun, but I mean, it plays. X7 story and voice acting is such a garbage dump. It really is. Like, I'm not gonna go too hard on the voice acting, other than Flame High Nerd, who deserves it. But it's not the best. And the story and writing is just... ugh. Where'd you find this shit? X4 is an amazing game, but the voice acting was... At least with X4, though, it's like... It's meme-worthy. So you can have fun with it, you know? I'm disappointed in you, Colonel! Yeah! Yeah, that's why Flame High Nerd is the only one that I'm gonna dunk on because it deserves it. Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! What am I fighting for? Yeah. X4 voice acting. The X4 cutscenes are at least like meme worthy. It's great. Where'd you find this shit? Made me think of where did you learn to fly? I think my brain was making a variation on damn son, where'd you find this? Which, you know. Going to bed now. Have a good night, rest of your stream. Have a good night, UA. Thank you for coming by. Hope you sleep well. It's like Metal Wolf it's like the Metal Wolf Chaos voice acting. Do you know why, Jody? Because I am the president of this great United States of America! Whatever. As his mech throws a tank at a battleship. Oh, Barry in Resident Evil 1 is great. Hope this is not Chris's blood. What is this? That was too close. We're almost a Jill sandwich. Zero, can you hear me? Oh yeah, Devil May Cry 1! People actually combined that one with like the Zero scene and like switched the sound for the two scenes. Should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light! His voice cracked so hard. And like, not gonna rag on the guy, but it's because of the way you tried to enunciate that. Like, if you try to imitate it exactly the way he does, your voice will also crack. I'm cooking a bunch of, like, voice acting short videos for the YouTube channel, and I'm considering, like, taking a bunch of scenes like that where it's, like, meme dubs and, like, trying to actually do them well to see if it's just, like, the line that lets it down, or is it just badly a bad take? I'm expecting most of them it's just a bad take and they sound fine if they're dubbed a little smoother. But I wouldn't be surprised if some of them it's actually the line letting it down. Also, Ring Man, the only Mega Man stage with 4 mid-bosses. Yeah, we're already fighting this guy as the second one. We skipped the first hippo because Lamau. And we're about to be silly with the second one. We're not gonna skip him this time, but we're gonna be silly. If you do the flash stopper, his missiles just stop in midair and never come after you. Need voice acting. This is unbased conjecture. Oh, I assure you it's quite based. But yeah, like the one I'm cooking right now and might even have out tomorrow is selected readings from Captain Olimar's voyage log from Pikmin 1. Because there's a lot of cool entries in that you just never see, basically. You love voice acting? I really enjoy doing it. I'm hoping to get some recording done this week and get some videos cooking for that. Alright, we're gonna show a silly way to cheese the last mid-boss. Just hang on to the ladder up here. He'll never be able to hit you up here if you're just hanging on the ladder. And you can just rain flush. So just hang on to that ladder when you get there. It's hilarious. If you have the rain flush. Ring Man, I come to hit you with the sun! Praise the sun! This model doesn't have full body tracking, so you can't see me actually doing the Solaire pose. Ringman didn't praise the sun hard enough. It's okay, I captured the weapon that I'm gonna give you. So enjoying your Ace Attorney run for some fun VA work. Gonna get yourself put to the test with a whole slew of lines in Moe's testimony. Oh, you're getting to the fun part of Moe's testimony next time. Alright, Oddity. You have a good night. Thank you for coming to the stream. Hope you sleep well. Yeah, when the Ace Attorney is stuck, the recess after Ben and Trilo, nice. So yeah, you're gonna get to the fun part next time. You're gonna be having a day of it. I'm probably not gonna do the original Ace Attorney trilogy, just because... God, that's a lot. But when the Ace Attorney Investigations collection comes out, I do want to stream both games. Yeah. Thanks, Eddie. I needed that E-Tank. Haven't picked up any yet. I usually pick them up in Skullman stage, and that gives me how many I need for the run. We are doing Skullman next. He's weak to Dust Crush. Do you expect me to get through that in one go? Pure absolute knowledge of this video game. Nice use of the ring. Yeah, it's a good place to use it. This game didn't quite have down the super cool, all the weapons having super cool utility outside of just the boss fights. But it had its moments. You saw we used a bunch of them in Ringman stage there, so... There are some neat applications at times, especially for Bright Stopper. And that just happens to be a good use of ring. And you generally only need one or two of them, so you still have plenty for Dustman. It was Mega Man 8 that really got a handle on the weapons having a lot of cool utility outside of boss fights. Mega Man 7 definitely did it to a fair degree too, but Mega Man 8 was where that really came into its own, and 11 was excellent on that as well. 11 was super excellent on the weapons having all kinds of cool utility outside just the boss fights. Skullman is my favorite stage. Skullman is a very special stage for me, because when I played the game as a kid, I always started with Skullman. When my cousin showed me the game, and when I watched her play it for the first time, this was where she started. And so I always kind of started here when I played as a kid, too. Yeah, the music in Skullman is so great. Pro tip, Flash Stopper lets you hit shield attackers from the front. Rice has been vacuumed, clothes are being cooked, you even threw the house into the washing machine. Nice. Welcome back, Nachan. Glad house chores are going well. These things die in one hit to the Dust Crusher. It is Skullman's weakness, but it's got plenty of ammo, so you don't really gotta worry about it. Especially if you get a drop. Everything under control there. Nachan is awesome. I got it under control. I'd hate to see out of control. Going for those by reflex, even though, like usual, I don't need them. All according to Keikaku. Keikaku Dori. Nachan is very awesome. That's why she has an auto shout out whenever she chats in the stream the first time. But yeah. Like I was saying, I'm definitely gonna... Well, I'm probably not planning to do the Ace Attorney trilogy anytime soon. I will do the Ace Attorney Investigations collection when that comes out. And I'm just probably gonna voice everyone myself and have a grand old time. Sheena will not sound good, but y'all ain't ready for my Cursus Alba. Why do I do old ass wrinkly man so well? I don't know, but it works. To be a brat or not? Oh, hun. You could definitely join me to voicing some of them if you want. It's your least favorite stage? I kind of like Dive Man. I think if I had to pick a least favorite stage, it'd actually be Dustman. Just because I don't find anything particularly memorable about it. It's just not awesome enough for an auto shout out. Look, I would shout you out anyway. But also, you're on the stream with me most of the time. Yeah, you also have a sword. I know, hun, and that's why I have to make you go beat red and quiet at least once a stream when you're here. Is your sword a diamond sword? Probably, since you had the VIP before, and that's a diamond. Cream is being a butthead, attacking your feet under the sheet. He wants the toe beans. Also, yeah, trivializing that mini boss with Bright Stopper did it earlier too. Heard his name and started meowing at your phone. Hey there, Cream. Always happy to have cats on the viewer list. Swear he just said hi back. Did he meow at the phone when I said that? You cannot afford my diamond sword. Such expressive meows. Some of them be like that. I swear some animals learn to speak human words, speak their humans' words through their sounds. Cats and dogs, too. Who needs parrots to copy our words when cats and dogs do it? Also, the dive missile turns Roll's bow teal, and I approve. Howdy, Fox. How you doing? Don't recall the last time you've been here because you've been busy as hell. Yeah, it happens to all of us. I don't recall when you were last here, too. But, you know, it happens to all of us. Whenever you can is fine enough. Always appreciate having you here. Or 30-second has, of course. Yeah. How many lives do I have? 6? Yeah, there's no reason to go for it. Two stages focused on what Walker will give to Ayumi. I'll let the chat decide the two, though Walker already named one. The other is not for on Twitch. That's for Blue Twitch. So guess what I was doing with Splash Woman the other night? Lord Wade! Howdy, Lord Josiah. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. For those of you who may be new, my name is Walker Sunrise. I'm a cowboy Ronin VTuber. I do variety stream. Today we are playing a mod of Mega Man 4. The only difference is we play Azrael. That's it. Thank you for getting the shout out for me, huh? Oh my god, Celine! Thank you for the double raid. Were you two playing Dead Island together? Welcome, Raiders. If any of you are new, my name is Walker Sunrise. I'm a cowboy Ronin VTuber. I do variety stream. Tonight we are playing a mod of Mega Man 4, one of my favoriteest games of all time. Thank you, Lord Josiah, for the follow. Can't see the fire gif without being reminded of Library Vino. Y'all were playing Dead Island together? Nice. I hope y'all had a great time. I have Dead Island. I need to get to it at some point. I do own it. It's not installed right now, but I have it. I'm glad you like the pixel model, Josiah. I like it a lot too. It's perfect when I play retro games like this. Yeah, you gotta sleep, Celine? Okay. Thank you for the raid again, for the double raid. And thank you for the big love bite. You have a good night, okay? Yeah, the raid alert went off right as I made that joke with Ultra Combo! It's reminded because of a meme that perfectly sums up the nightmare that is one of the hardest bosses in the game. Fair enough, Box. Down to play Dead Island with me anytime. I love the game. I own it, but it's not installed on Steam. I've never played it. But I have it. I should try it sometime. Oh, taking stagger damage for being on fire. Oh, fun. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Library of Ruina, not a whole lot. Once again, I'm going to point out that the dive missile turns Roll's palette teal, and I highly approve. But yeah, no problem if you got a raid and run too, Josiah. I know it's probably late for you too, but I appreciate y'all, the double raid, and you for the follow, Josiah. It means a lot. And if y'all are going to bed, then I hope you have a good sleep. Alright, 8 robots down, on to Cossack. And 2 of the best music tracks in the game in this very Russian fortress of his. Because, well, his name's Mikhail Cossack, what'd you expect? Of course he's Russian. Moscow, Moscow, with the glazer und der Wand, Russland ist ein schönes Land, ho 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 ho, hey! Tango is a good cat. Had one of those moments where you recall something and just have to look it up because it was so creepy. Oh, I've been there, yeah. It's like, did that really happen? Or did I imagine it? Did you guys see that, or did I imagine it? Big points if you can name that reference. That's digging for that one. The Ghost of Christmas Present from A Christmas Carol. Oh yeah, the Ghost of Christmas. Or if you mean the one that looked like death, that was the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come. Was the one that was the apparition of death. And yeah, it was spooky. Ghost of Christmas Present kind of realized work their way into a character in your writing. Oh yeah? Yeah, the Ghost of Christmas Present is like always the big guy with with like a mountain of food at his feet and symbolizes like luxury and excess. Howdy Kuro, how you doing? Two children latched to his legs. Right, the kids. Found a new Risk of Rain 2 mod, dude. Says over. Nice. What you messing with? Seizure warning coming up here. Wow, that's really intense still. Ah. You have a big guy with a ton of wealth who's the same, kind of terrifying in a way. Fair enough. Isn't new, but you finally played the hook. You're playing as Hunk. Ah, yes. I see, Kuro. Representing 2 unfortunate parts of human nature. Yeah, the kids. There's so much you can say about A Christmas Carol and some of the themes in it. I don't even know if it was intended to be as densely packed with symbolism as it ended up being. If it was, then this was brilliant. Like, a lot of the symbolism was clearly intended, but it's crazy how much there is. Meant to be as densely packed as it wanted to stay close to the book. Yeah, the book is... wow. There's so much. Yeah, no, Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come was an apparition of death in the book, too, yeah. That's one thing every adaptation gets right, because if they didn't, they'd be raked over the coals. The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come is an apparition of death. It's what it is. Any adaptation ever get that wrong, it would be raked over the coals. Though now it kind of makes me think of Clive Mori, Don't Fear the Reaper, which was also a good animated short about death that was pretty good, honestly. Funny thing is, your writing is just either WTF moments, genuine horror, or just is the writer mentally okay? The song Don't Fear the Reaper is good, yeah. Favorite adaptations are the ones with Patrick Stewart and Alastair Sims as Scrooge. Those are really good ones. I have to say, I was a bit leery of one of the more recent CG animated adaptations because they were casting Jim Carrey as Scrooge, and I'm like, I think of him as like comedy lord, right? But it was a pretty heartfelt version, pretty good. I liked it, and they made parts of it genuinely horrifying, like The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come is genuinely horrifying in that version. Oh lord. They got it right, I'll say that. I did not think that was the death shot on that boss. I'm sorry that the seizure warning did not happen there. All the adaptations have somehow managed to be solid, even the more lighthearted ones, yeah. And like, the one with Jim Carrey as Scrooge did have some levity to it. Like, Marley's ghost yelling at Scrooge and his jaw comes unhinged and he just... Also, best song in the game. I'm gonna let it cook for a second. Yeah, I just always have to let this song cook. This is one of my favorite songs in all of Mega Man. It's so good. It's just that hint of melancholy and, like, unease subtly informing the plot of this game. Alright, honey, you have a good night. Have good sleeps. Thank you for showing up tonight. As you always do. You'll try? Yeah, I hope you can have some good sleeps. I think it's been a rough week on all of us, but we made it, so... Have a good night, honey. There is no universe where I will ever need more E-tanks than I already have, but just to show how you get this one. Had a funny moment of inspiration, one of those, after you question how'd you come up with it. Sometimes you just have these ideas and you're like, where did this come from after you, like, lay it out? I'm actually familiar with that. Should also go, nieces would be bummed if their uncle was the great EP when they arrived to have fun. Alright, Crazy, you have a good night too, and hope you sleep well. It seriously happened. My writing's weird, yet even it made me weirded out. Yeah, I mean... I was just talking to my server about how, like, our brains are like icebergs. We're only conscious of a very small percentage of what's going on in there. And writing and other forms of art can be a good way to see what's cooking underneath. I don't think there's any need for a balloon past this point, but we'll fill it up just in case. Yeah, that's why you write. I like voice acting. Or just acting in general, but especially voice acting, because the voice to me is the most informative part of acting. And it lets me just pull stuff out of my brain, sometimes that I didn't even know was there, and let it be expressed, so... For you, the raw ideas are the most important part? That's fair, and so writing makes a lot of sense as your form of expression. For me, voice acting comes so naturally, and I enjoy it so much because for me, what I love is the depth of emotion and image that can be expressed in someone's voice. Mind if I express this idea is very strange? As long as it's not an affront to common decency or anything, then sure, cook. I have weird ideas all the time. Affront to common decency? As in, like... Is it something that could potentially make people uncomfortable by reading it in this chat? Basically. Roll responded, "Hey, it's Rock! Proto Man gave us the coordinates to Wiley's base." Okay, I like how they changed that in this one. I hadn't played this particular role Chan before. Yeah, as long as it's not anything that would make people uncomfortable in chat, then go for it. We have strange ideas sometimes. And strange doesn't necessarily mean it's uncomfy, like... It just means you look at it and it's like, where did I come up with this? This is a fan favorite stage. Every enemy in this stage is a Met. The cutest little guys in the world. Just look at them. They're just little guys. They do be a bunch of them, though. Kind of spray bullets everywhere sometimes. This would be for an RPG, be a secret boss. This extra room in the starting area that can be accessed, yet it serves no purpose at first. Okay. Right telepod and Chrono Trigger kind of vibe. What about Chrono Trigger? In Chrono Trigger, you use Luca's invention called the telepod at the beginning, and there's a secret way to access the string of final bosses, which is to try to activate the telepod backwards by going in the wrong side. And it activates a secret warp to the final boss. Because there's many ways to access the final boss. It's one of the cool things about the game. There's a lot of interesting ways to get there. And if you actually access it that way at the very beginning on a new game plus, then you get a cool secret, you get to go to a cool secret dev room in the ending. And see a lot of neat stuff. Fascinating, very. It's an interesting idea. Radina kind of has a similar idea where if you know how to access the boss, you can fight them way before you're supposed to. Yeah, it's neat. Given it's a fight that's more of a knowledge check than anything. Ah, I see. Understandable. This is the one part of this game where I may need an E-tank more than any other part. In fact, I'm gonna take that right now for safety. Less about brute force, more about how well do you know the game. It's a good way to design a boss. So this room, it's a barren room, gears turning and pumps. In the middle is an Ouroboros. Neat. A lot of potential symbolism with the Ouroboros. Repeating cycles, eternity. Or self-destructive actions. Extremely out of place Ouroboros. You can talk to it for strange dialogue. There's a subtle hint to come back to them later. Hey, they ask you questions. Questions that you can't answer without playing the game. Questions that relate to the plot or areas of the game. Okay. So that's where the knowledge check comes in, if you can answer its questions. It's meant to be that, how people enjoy ripping apart the games for knowledge, yeah. People who want to know more about, yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. It's always cool to kind of dig deeper into meaning and potential symbolism in games. Sometimes that's intentionally put there, sometimes not. Oh, now I'm gonna be real good on Ring for this next boss, and for Dustman besides. We're gonna be good. Ring is a bunch of late game boss weaknesses in this game, so it can become a bit of a scarce commodity, but we got some good weapon energy drops there, so if you come back, answer its questions, you find a door that references a locked door with no keyhole, a door that can't be opened by physical means, and what's the use of a lock if you can unlock it voluntarily? I see, interesting. Alright, this boss is Taco Trash. He's famous for his pinprick-sized vulnerable spot that is not the big flashing gem on his forehead, it's right under it. I think it was meant to be the gem, but they offset the hitbox. This is gonna be the last seizure warning when I beat this guy. So be ready for that. Gotta love broken hitboxes. Yeah, is what it is. Ow! I thought I had another hit in me. Also, I just messed up getting on the edge of the ledge there. You can get on that ledge without getting hit and attack, and it's funny. But, you know, out of practice. Is what it is. Hence the Ouroboros is the lock to this door, the lock to knowledge, a creature that kind of breaks physics and such, yeah. Okay. Cool stuff. Sort of like a trap, a creature that eats people who seek knowledge. Ah, I see. A pursuit of knowledge with no limits or no restrictions can indeed be quite self-destructive. Eating your own tail, one could say. Hence the quiz is more at seeing if it needs to stop you or just let you go. I see. Your worthiness to see what lies beyond. Slippery slope to insanity and self-destruction. Yeah. I get you. It's an interesting use of the Ouroboros as a symbol for sure. Alright, boss refights time. Hi! Kiwi, howdy! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, welcome, Raiders. For those of you who don't know, my name is Walker Sunrise. I'm a Cowboy Ronin VTuber. I do variety streaming. You're coming in, we're closing in on the last stages of Roll-chan 4. It's Mega Man 4, but you play as Roll instead. Because Mega Man games are my jam. How y'all doing? How'd stream go? Are you playing Dawn Trail, or...?
When God gives you lemons, you find a new God!
Howdy, Big William. Howdy, Lavos. Howdy, Hope. Won't be staying because a bit too sleepy? Understandable. It's very late. If you need to dip and get some sleep, thank you for staying for the raid, and I hope you sleep well tonight. Hey, you're playing Dawn Trail? Nice. Hope you're having a good time with it. Bedge. Yeah, what Anna said. Bedge is important when it's time. Totally understand. Alright, Night Hope, thanks for sticking around for the raid. And to tell us what you do when God gives you lemons. Find a new God! You get to go to Texas eventually? Excellent! Final Fantasy Texas, finally! My time has come! The time of the cowboy. The lemons thing. Now you want to put it as a post on the game? V2 fit into your writing? Go for it! When God gives you lemons, you find a new God! When recovering from a tooth extraction surgery, so antibiotics make you a bit tired. Oh, I feel that, Lavos. I've had tooth extraction before. I hope that at least the antibiotics are doing their job and keeping you relatively okay and just tired. What if the God that gives you lemons is the God of lemons? That depends what type of lemons they're the God of. Because that's at least two different types of gods providing two very different services. And either way, they're excellent, but you also need more. You already have a poster that's a demon trying to convince you to come to their furniture store where they have prices to die for. A classic. Meyer lemons, I'm sure. That would be the safe version. Funny enough, this demon actually turned their life around after the main characters gave them life advice. Excellent! I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light! Never seen Roll kick so much butt outside MVC 1. And Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Can't forget that one. But yeah, it's great. It's just you play as Roll instead of Mega Man, and it's fantastic. It's the thought of a priest patting a demon on the back as they give them life advice. That sounds like the priest that has done the best job of any priest in history. If they turned an actual demon around. Keep forgetting this game exists. Need to get an old copy, yeah. This is a nice mod of Mega Man 4. The first Mega Man I ever played. It set me on the path of Mega Man games for the rest of my life. And this is a fun mod. And Mega Man 4 is fantastic and everyone should play it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Used to have it on Wii way back. Yeah, Wii Virtual Console had this game, yeah. Complete in a little red dress. She's always wearing a little red dress. It wouldn't be accurate otherwise. There's even 3 different versions of this. Because it's just a reskin, it doesn't change anything else about the game. There's even 3 different versions of it. You could have it in her original dress from the early games, you could have it in her Mega Man 8 dress, or you can have what I'm doing, which is the Mega Man 11 dress that she wears. The like, hooded vest dress thing that she wears in Mega Man 11. Should go to sleep, I'll see you in Discord sometime. Alright, yeah. You have a good night. Thanks for coming by with the raid. Hope you sleep well. We're coming up on the end of the game anyway here, so... It'll be a bit of a short stream, but I just wanted to play Mega Man 4 and unwind from a busy week, and decided to play Roll-chan instead, because Roll cute. You're in a world of horrors you can't comprehend. But maybe you're lying. Even demons are being put out of a job by much scarier automatons. And you're more of a peacekeeper than a priest. And of course you gotta help a homie out. Yeah, fair enough. If you have any Rain Flush left and you use it there, you can actually make Wily explode as he escapes there, but that actually soft locks the game. You can't leave this screen. Or at least it's very likely to. And you're also gotta go to bed, Kiwi. Understandable, it's late. It's 1 AM for you, innit? Just about. So you have a good sleep. Both on the East Coast, yeah. I'm in Texas. So breaking the first law of robotics is a soft lock. Yes. Fitting, isn't it? It was not at all intentional. Also, this is the final boss. Welcome. He's got a funny gimmick. He's very weak to Pharaoh Shot. If you don't have it, Ring also works, because everything is weak to Ring in this game. Who remembers using the wire to beat this form of Wily? Just you and the Mega Man collection on the PS1. I had the Anniversary collection on the GameCube, and I think you could do it there too. I don't remember if you could do that on the original NES cart or not. I have my NES cart. I could check. My top loader still works. I'd have to hook it up. But good to see you there, William. Glad to see another fan of Mega Man 4 and Mega Man in general in the house. We love Mega Man here. Alright, we're gonna let the credits cook, and then I'm probably gonna call a stream up on YouTube. See if there's someone we can raid on Twitch. I'm not allowed to raid on YouTube yet. I still need more stuff over there. But we'll see if we can find someone to raid on Twitch. It's pretty late. I usually don't stream this late, but it was what worked tonight, so it was what we did. A bit of a shorter stream than I usually do, too, but, you know, I don't usually just sit here and play a whole NES game, so I usually do stuff that's a bit longer, so it is what it is. Hour and 25, not bad for Mega Man 4. Done it a lot faster, but I also wasn't trying to go fast in this stream. I did a lot of extra stuff. I picked up wire and a bunch of extra E-tanks I didn't end up needing. Because I've played Mega Man 4 my entire life. I know like the back of my hand at this point. Mega Man Complete works, all 6 NES games on PS1. Yeah. I remember the Complete Works on PS1. That was good. And then there was the Anniversary. The Complete Works had really good remixes of all the music, too, which was cool. And there was the Anniversary Collection on GameCube, which had Mega Man 1 through 8, as well as the 2 arcade games, the Power Battle and Power Fighters. So, neat stuff. Yeah, so it worked on the PS1 Complete Works. That's good. It's cool to know. Pretty sure it did work on Anniversary Collection on the GameCube. I'd have to try it on my NES sometime to see if the wire damage. I think it does 1 damage. So, it kind of makes sense, though, because he's in a floating capsule, so what if you just, like, grabbed it with the grapple wire and, like, swung it around? That would do a lot of damage to it. It kind of makes sense in an interesting way. Maybe that's what they thought of. Stupid gag idea. At one point, you're playing this Eldritch Chore in a Kigurumi. Instead of people scream, they just decide they've seen enough for a day. Yeah, that's the time when you're seeing videos on the internet, you're like, alright, that's enough YouTube for one day. 1 line per wire hit. Yeah, 1 damage from the wire. So, always neat. A lot of games in the 8 and 16-bit eras had fun little things like that if you took the time to find them. If I ever speedrun this game, I'm just gonna make wire % where you have to get the wire and do the final hit to Wily with it. Just because it's amazing that you can do that. The boss suddenly telling you, good night, it's 4 p.m. The player character tries asking what they mean, tries explaining it's 4 p.m. They just say, I clearly haven't gotten enough sleep. I'm getting a warm glass of milk and going to bed. Good night. For some reason, that gives me the energy of the boss in, I think, Monster in My Pocket. That you get there and it just says, sorry, I'm already dead. And you just leave. I think that was Monster in My Pocket. Another boss just saying, nope, 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 and slides off the screen going over the UI. Okay, that's hilarious. If I saw that, I would bust up laughing. I love it when characters in a game are just so noped out or so just done that they, like, assert themselves outside the boundaries of the game and slide over UI elements to leave. They're like, nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Of course, I just watched a 12-foot monster dodge their attacks. Just knows they shouldn't question the strangeness of the story anymore. Yep. Alright, well, thank y'all for coming out tonight. Thank you for the 3 raids tonight. Thank you, Lord Josiah, again for the follow. What I'm gonna do... Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Chad. I'm gonna get those real quick, first of all. Minum air. Needed that. Alright. What we're gonna do is, I don't have perms to rate on YouTube yet. I still need to grow my channel a bit. So, we're gonna close the stream over on YouTube first. But, if you'd like to come by the Twitch, we are gonna look for someone to raid over here. So that is an option. But regardless, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting. Means a lot just to watch. And I'll see y'all later, YouTube gang. We're gonna go to my end screen and peace out.